Hello and good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to my channel. This is Sunaina here, and I've just decided, I've been called upon, not decided, to do a reading with regards to the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine in the period of April 15th to the 30th of April 2019, with regards to both the energies and what they are talking to each other, and what are the vibes, what are the communications, unsaid, said communications that is being going on between the two of them. Now, if you go back into my earlier video with regards to the Divine Masculine, and then I'm doing this update in here, you will see the way the energies are kind of coming together with regards to what I have said before and with regards to what both of you guys are saying to each other. Again, verbal, non-verbal, doesn't matter, but the energies are all in here. Okay, I have got a deck in here as my clarifier. I'm going to use them as and when I need to. Now, the first thing first, the goddess guidance with regards to the Divine Masculine, telling the Divine Feminine what is going on in his higher self at this point in time, what he is experiencing, what he is thinking, what he is going to be doing, what he is enacting upon, you know, those kind of vibrations that he otherwise may not communicate to you, but is there within him, is what I see on my table here. Now, the first thing is the goddess guidance. He's got two cards in here, ladies and gentlemen. The first card is home for the Divine Masculine, which says that your household situation is improving either through a move or a healthy change in the occupant. So what I figure and what I understand from this communication with regards to this message is that there are definite changes which is happening in his home front for the Divine Masculine. Now, this is perhaps a change that has started to manifest for quite some time, but now it is in a point or at a point where he can see that this change is happening even faster than what he had perhaps anticipated. So either people are moving out of his home and new people are moving in, or he is moving his residence, or he is planning to build another residence for you and him together. It could be any situation, but at the moment, his home front, the place that he lives in, is definitely undergoing a lot of change. Okay, and this change is improving his situation, because what is happening with this change, ladies and gentlemen, is that he is becoming more free to do his own stuff. Okay, because before this he had a lot of people who were kind of intervening in his affair, in his daily life, in his ideas, or with his ideas, or with his desires, with his passions. He had no other way but to kind of hear them out. But now, with this change in the situation, it's a healthy change because occupants are moving out, okay? And that is in turn creating a healthy change in his life as well. He is becoming a much better person with regards to this change in his home front. And at the same time, he is developing a lot of compassion towards himself, towards the people he loves, towards you, and towards the twin flame journey. He is releasing judgment at the same time. He is releasing judgment about himself, about the other people, and is more focused or focusing more on the love and the light that is within everyone that he can now see. the light and the love that he had been blocked out from for a long time. And that was happening to him was because of this reason. Because there were too many people sitting in his domain, sitting in his territory, people who were interfering with his compassion, people who were interfering with his ideas, like I said, which is why this portion of his life was completely blocked out. So he is letting you know, Divine Feminine, that at this point in time going forward in the month of April, towards the end of it, this is what he is looking at, and this is what he is going to be doing to improve his situation with himself, definitely first, and also getting that same vibration that he's receiving from the universe, to allow that same vibration to float into the other people, as well as into your love journey, into you, into people he loves, his friends, his companions, whoever is with him at this point in time. So basically he's releasing judgment about other people, because this change in the home front has actually jolted him. It's a bolt from the blue. He did not see this coming, guys. Okay? He had not seen this coming. But now, since this is already here, this change is happening. Now it is for him. He is able to seek his inner wisdom in a much better way, because this portion of his life is making him feel better with the occupants moving out and with the change that is happening, which is giving him that freedom of thought, of expression, of his ideals, of his ideas, of his spiritual growth that he had not been able to, for so long, had not been able to take care of. But now he's doing that, and he wants you to know that, Divine Feminine, okay? So which is definitely a very, very good starting point at this moment with the Divine Masculine. And I'm going to come to the Divine Feminine after I finish off with the Divine Masculine, guys, okay? Now, having said that, at the same time, he has just started this beautiful work, guys. Okay, so you have to allow him to do this. You have to permit him to take his time, to give him that space, to give him that freedom, to give him that vibrations, the prayers that he needs at this point in time. Okay, because this jolt, this bolt out of the blue has completely shaken his foundation up, which is why this is what he is now going to be traveling with at this point in time, to correct those areas of his life, to correct himself, to release the judgment, to forgive people, to forget things that has not given him any happiness for a very long time, guys, okay? Now, having said that, at the same time, ladies, he also wants you to know that at this point in time, he is definitely trapped into situations, even though the situation is definitely being taken care of by the universe. But the lingering effects, the after effects, the lingering effects, the side effects, whatever you might want to say, that is still there in his environment, in his home front, with his life, So this is where he is at this point in time. He's not being able to completely release his energies totally, even though he has started the journey. He's just started the journey. But at the same time, physically, mentally, emotionally, he feels still trapped in that kind of an environment, which is why, which is what is preventing him from bringing back the world of happiness in his life, okay, which is what he wants. But because of this energy, which is still lingering on, in this month, in the month of April 2019, he is unable to really go after this beautiful world, to bring it back into your world, into his world, into both your world, at the same point in time. That complete manifestation of celebration, joy, happiness, bliss, fulfillment, whatever you guys are both seeking for, is being tampered with, because at this moment he is still kind of trapped into some negative, toxic energy at this moment. Okay, now this toxic energy, this negative energy is his karmic, okay, that he now wants to get rid of. To be honest with you, I don't want to say this, but this is what I'm seeing and this is what I have to tell you. Okay, the third party obligations, the karmic obligations, those things that has not really given him the happiness, has prevented the world from coming back into his life. This is what is still there with him, but he's trapped because of this. The toxic energy, the negative energy is this one. Okay, that is what he is now going to get rid of. And he's going to get rid of in order for him to bring back his Six of Cups happiness, his joy, his fulfillment, his world, his life, which is waiting for him, which is you, Divine Feminine, which is the twin flame journey here. Okay, but because of this toxicity, because of this negativity, it could be a karmic relationship, it could be children, it could be family obligations, it could be third party obligations, whatever the toxic situation is definitely coming to an end. It is still there, it is still there, it is still lingering on, and that is the reason he is still trapped in that energy, which is preventing him from bringing back his world, which is preventing him from bringing back his world, which is preventing him from bringing back his Six of Cups happiness, his joy, his bliss, his fulfillment, his love, his abundance, his altar, everything that he wants to manifest. It's only because of this lingering toxic energy that is still there in the month of April for him, and he wants you to know that. Okay, so I'm going to take a clarifier in here just to see what it is saying. There you go. And he will be able to do that, guys. He will be able to bring back the world. He will be able to free himself because he is looking up at the sun. Okay, he now wants the sun to come back to his life. So he will be able to get rid of this toxicity, this negativity, this bad vibe. Okay, this kind of a situation that has been preventing him from moving forward, from bringing back the world of happiness into his life. And because of this third party obligation, because of this toxic situation, that is still lingering on in his life, which is preventing him from enjoying the bliss with you, from enjoying that love with you, that will be taken care of going forward because of the sun that he is now dragging back into his own self, guys. And he wants you to know that. And how he is doing that? He is doing that because of this change in his home front. He is doing that because of releasing the judgment, because of holding the compassion within himself, because of understanding of his situation, of the truth, of his forgiveness for other people, forgiveness towards people who have harmed him, forgiveness even towards himself, guys. Okay, so he would be able to manifest this trapped energy. He would be able to release himself from this toxicity because the sun is coming back into his life, guys. And he wants you to know that, ladies and gentlemen, and ladies especially, okay? And for this, I have called for his action, okay? His action of what he wants to do. The first card, Major Arcana, Death. He knows he has to call for death for many situations in his life. And he wants that death to happen quickly. Because if this death doesn't happen, he will not be able to bring back the entire world of happiness in his life. So action-wise, he is putting a death to many situations. He's putting a death to people who are moving out of his home, to situations that has not created or has not given him the end result. He's putting a death to his judgment calls. He's putting a death to the people he has not been able to forgive for so long. He is putting a death to the toxicity, to the negativity, to the bad vibes. He is putting a death to his karmic situation as well. Okay, so he's putting a death to all these areas of his life to bring back the sun into his life, into your life, and into both your lives, which in turn will allow him to move the chariot, which in turn will allow him to raise his passion, his fire, his energy levels, his wisdom, which in turn will also help him bring back his emotional fulfillment at the same time. Once he is able to call for death in all these situations, it will bring back the world again slowly into his life, guys. And that is exactly what he's going to do as a part of his action. At the same time, he is still growing spiritually. He's still understanding. He's still becoming stronger. He's still becoming more wiser, okay, with every passing day, which in turn is also helping him to kill his 10 of Sword energy, which is helping him to rise himself from the troubled areas of his life. Okay, death, death, death to everything that is not going to yield him any more result. And this is the action that he's calling for in the month of April 2019, from the 15th to the 30th, guys. Okay, so he's doing all this. He is becoming stronger, and if you see the energies, he knows what is halting him. He knows what is coming in between him. He knows what he has to end now. He knows what he has to start now. He has to definitely take care of this energy to begin his new process of transformation. And he will be able to do that only when he is able to suitably call for death in the situation, to begin the new process of his love, of his self, of his wisdom, of his karma, to bring back the world of happiness, the cup that is going to be filled with love. And that is going to be his action in the coming days. That is what he wants you guys to know, Divine Feminine. Okay, and the outcome in the month of April towards the end, he's doing all that again, because he knows his wheel of fortune is turning. Can you believe this? Again. This is the outcome. He knows he's doing all this, or everything is being worked upon him by the universe. It's because of his wheel of fortune that is turning, that has started to turn at this point in time. And he cannot stop it. He cannot withhold it. Only thing that he has to do is to call for strength. Two major arcanas, big deal, guys. He has to call for strength to take his initiative, to take his action, to take his wheel of fortune in the right direction. And this is what he wants you guys to know about going forward in the month of April 2019, Divine Feminine. As for the Divine why am I saying masculine? As for the Divine Feminine, what is she telling him, guys? She's telling him, easy does it. She knows it, okay? Now this entire area, whether she talks about it, she doesn't talk about it, doesn't matter. She knows what this man is doing. So what she is telling him is easy does it. There is no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing, and she believes in that. She believes in the divine timing. She believes, she has the patience for it. And therefore, she's sending out her prayers. She's sending out her own vibrations. She's sending out her own goodness to help this man to overcome, to ride through this turmoil, this tide, in order to win back everything in his life that he wants. and she is giving him that power. She's telling him, easy does it. She's giving him the power to, work through the areas in the right way, to hold himself in the right way, to begin this beautiful transformation in the right way. At the same time, she's also telling him to move away from the emotional baggage. She's telling him to move away from this emotional baggage that is no longer serving either him or her or them, both together, more so him. Okay, so she's asking him to leave that, to move into the calmer water, to move back into the calmer water where love is waiting for him, to choose that door which is going to give him all the love that he needs, to build his ambition, his desire back, to not hallucinate about it anymore, to actually take action with regards to moving away into the right area of his life and leaving behind everything else, feeling of being left out in the cold, to begin his transformation, to go into the sunlight, to begin his process of love, to begin his process of his new self, to begin his process of winning back everything that he had at one point in time had completely lost out on. This is the Divine Feminine's wish that he moves quickly, takes action on this area of his life ASAP, as quickly as possible. And this is what she's letting him know. In her way, she's telling him to do everything right, to begin the process that she wants him to see now. Do it. She wants him to see, feel happy. She wants him to see, feel energetic. She wants him to see the burning desire, the burning passion, the burning love, not only for herself, but even as a person for himself, which is definitely going to take place for both of them at the same point in time. In the action part of the story, she's asking him to bring back the world of happiness now. Enough is enough. She wants him to bring back the world of happiness by moving away from those situations, from the grief, leaving the dented cups behind, to go in search of himself, to go in search of his own healing, of his own self-rejuvenation, of his own burning ambition, of his own burning desire, to bring back what he has not been able to manifest for so long, to also win back his wish-desired fulfillment, the Nine of Cups. Okay, and this he can do only once he heals himself in the right direction. He will be able to manifest the nine of Cups, his wish fulfillment energy, and at the same time, his action would be to take a leap of faith, to go into the unknown territory, to begin his life in the way a fool would do. Right now, she knows that he is waiting on the threshold to start that fresh beginning, and she's just going to motivate him to begin that, to start that process, to initiate the work, to bring back the world into his life. Beautiful. This is the action-oriented energy that the Divine Feminine is asking him now, is only the world of celebration. Do all this and bring back the world into your life. 2 times, guys, 2 times. 2 times, to bring back the world, to bring back the world, to bring back the world. It's time now. The divine time is here. You just have to do what you have to do. Heal yourself. Leave everything else behind. Leave that grief behind. Heal yourself. Rejuvenate yourself. Take back your energies from the universe, and also bring back your wish fulfillment, your love, your burning ambition, your desire, your passion. Take that leap of faith into the unknown territory. You are not alone. I'm there with you. I'm here, right here. There is a dog right here. You're not going alone. I'm also there following you, following your footsteps. But you just have to make that effort to leave everything else behind in order for you to bring back the world in your life, in our life, in everybody's life once more. And the outcome for this is share your resources, give and take in the right way. Use your intellectual authority. Use your intuition. Just don't give away because you have to give away anymore. If you have to give somebody, you have to take back something at the same point in time. And that's the law of the universe. So use your intuition. Use your light and dark self to get the right logic, to give your resources, to give your money, to be generous, to be charitable, but in the rightful way, which is definitely going to help you move things in the right way. But look after yourself. Oh my God, oh my goodness, because your wheel of fortune is turning back. This is what she's telling him. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? What is going on in here? Both of you guys are turning the wheel of fortune together. Look at this. Look at this. And this is what you guys are going to be doing in order for y'all to bring back the world of happiness into both your life. This is the wheel of fortune that she's telling him to use his inner soul searching, his intuitive self, his right self, to do the generous charitable work, but in the right way, no longer in the way that he used to do that before without taking care of himself. That's not going to happen. You look after yourself and the universe will look after you at the same point in time. That's because your wheel of fortune is turning. He's calling for strength because he knows his wheel of fortune is turning, and together both your wheel of fortunes are going to be turning at the end of this month of April 2019, ladies and gentlemen. I have nothing more to say. I don't know what else I can tell you. I will have to wind up this video because I'm getting goosebumps at this point in time. But at the same time, let me tell you, this reading has completely jolted me. I don't know about you, but it has jolted me, guys. Okay? So take care. Goodbye. God bless. Adieu. Khuda Hafiz. Namaste. And see you soon once again.